Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today's piano lesson we're going to enjoy my easy play arrangement of By the Light of the Silvery Moon. This lovely old song was written in 1909 and is what we call a standard Tin Pan Alley song, and forms one of a big collection of songs written about the moon. Many of you might remember this song from the lovely film of the same name, which starred Doris Day and Joel McCrea in the early 1950s. If you'd like to learn this piece with me now, grab a copy of the sheet music from one of my sheet music partners. Links are in the description, and if you'd like to come over the keys, we'll learn this lovely, nice, gentle, easy version of By the Light of the Silvery Moon. Don't forget to hit subscribe and give us a thumbs up, and let's crack on now with the lesson. Thank you. Well, they certainly don't write those lovely melodies anymore, do they, folks? What a beautiful song, By the Light of the Silvery Moon. And let's now learn together my arrangement. So this is the music you'll need, which is By the Light of the Silvery Moon. Okay, and you can get this arrangement on either Sheet Music Direct or sheetmusicplus.com. Links are in the description. And it's just a sort of a nice, easy, early intermediate, I suppose, kind of arrangement, good for various things. So we're going to have a little look through. I'm going to put some of the score on the screen. So let's take a look first of all at the beginning. We've got 4 beats in the bar. We've got C major as our key. And it's basically a foxtrot. It's just a nice middle-of-the-road swing number, which just trots along very nicely. We've got lots of dotted quaver, semi-quaver patterns to give it that swingy feel. So let's take a look first of all at the first line. So we're going to go, we've got a pick-up pair of notes. So we've got to count 1, 2, 3, da-da-dum. Now don't forget, when you do these dotted quaver, semi-quaver patterns, these are the long-short patterns, long, short, long. Okay, not da-da-da, which would be even quavers. So this is going to be dum-ba-bum, long, short, long. Okay, now underneath that on the bass, we've got this little echoing sort of da-da-dum, da-da-dum. And in the original song, on one of the refrains, it goes, by the light, not the moon, but the light. The boy kind of sings against the girl singing the melody. So that's a little imitation. And I say, if you listen to Doris Day and Joel McCrea in the film, you'll certainly hear that. So first of all, let's go through the melody lines. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, da-da-dum, 2, 3, then lift your thumb to G, and then we're going to put our third finger on C, rest, by the silvery, and then we're going to land on A and F, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So we're going to hold that through because it's tied. Okay, and that's the first 4 bars, 1, 2, 3, and obviously into the 4th bar there. First phrase, so 1, 2, 3, by the light, diddly dum, diddly rest, ba 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 ba. So 3 on the C, look, and then 1 and 2 coming in on the F and the A. All right, so that's the first little melodic phrase. We're then going to go back up to D, and we're going to go D, C, A. Now, this bit sort of confuses people because it's like, well, hang on a minute, why have we got more notes than we're allowed in the bar? We've got a 4-beat note, and then we've got a 1-beat rest, a 2-beat note, and a 1-beat note. So that's like 8 beats, but Tom, you said at the beginning it was in 4/4. Well, there are actually still 4 beats in the bar, but we've got 2 musical lines. We've got the melody line, which is the B, I want a spoon. But underneath that, there's a second vocal line, a second instrument, if you will, that goes rest, G, F sharp, F. So don't forget, F sharp is that blank note, and then the natural sign comes after it. 1, 2, 3, da, dum. Now what you've got to do there, you've got to hold this B down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So that keeps singing while you use these other fingers to play what we call a counter melody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so that's how that little bit goes. I want a spoon. So finger-wise there, you want to go 5, 4, 2, and then squeeze your little finger onto the B, and then you 3, 2, 1, da, da, dum. Okay, goes like that. And then we're going to go ba, 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 bum, 1, going up and down. So B, ba, ba, bum, ba, 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 ba. Next line, we've got little chords, E and A, 1, 2, B flat and E, 1, 2, and then D and G. Now those pairs are all what we call fourths, so they're 4 notes apart. 1, 2, 3, 4. You could actually use the same fingers there. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, rest. Okay, so that's the first 8 bars of the melody. So let's go back to the beginning. So 1, 2, 3. By the light to... Now while that's holding, look, I hold and switch to my thumb to get my third finger up to C. Rest. Da, 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 da. 1, 2, little finger on D. Da, da, squeeze to B. 3, 2, 1. Stay there. Da, 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 da. And then 2 and 4 on E and A. 1, 2. Now you could, if you wanted to, you could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Or you could just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now it's a lovely tune, isn't it? It's got to be very light, very bouncy, nice and airy. So work on that right hand first of all. And as it says at the beginning of the music, as you can see here, with a smile. Okay, so this is just lovely stuff. Gus Edwards wrote the music for this incident. Ed Madden wrote the lyrics and arranged by yours truly. Don't forget, folks, if you're enjoying this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe. Be lovely to have you here on the channel as a subscriber. Now, what the left hand's going to do is it's going to do little musical fill-ins, working with the little fill-ins on the right hand, and also providing a kind of a band style backing, because normally you'd have a band by the light of the silvery moon, that sort of thing. But of course we're a bit busy, aren't we? We're not probably going to sing. There's where the mood might take you, who knows. Now I mentioned earlier, if you listen to the film version, Joel McRae kind of sings like a counter melody. A counter melody is a second melody that complements the main melody. Now the thing is, you see, when we do the beginning, look, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, by the light, and then we've got this great big long G. So we need the band to fill in. And that's why we do this little pattern here. Okay, so what we need is we need our thumb on E and our third finger on D sharp. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1. Now that D sharp is the short note of the long short pattern. Long, short, long, long, short, long. So it's short, so you get straight back. And notice, look, how I've phrased that in the arrangement. We've got a little line over the top. That means we kind of play smoothly and then cut the E short. Okay, and that's all going to play over your long note. That's nice, isn't it? And if you imagine Doris Day going, oh, by the light of the moon. No, sorry. By the, get it right, Tom. By the light of the sun, but the moon of the silvery moon. I forget exactly how it goes in the film, but watch the film. You'll be able to hear it. So that's a little bit there. And then we're going to go up to middle C and then down to G. So rest, C, G, ba da 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 da. And then we're going to want to open our hand really wide. We're going to want our thumb on the C, probably the third finger on the F, and then we're going to go F, C, F. Now we've got to make sure there's a rest in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Notice there, look, that 2 parts, look. The C is the top instrument. 3, 4, 1. He does that. And the lower instrument goes F and C and F. They then both play their respective parts at the same time. 1 and 2. Don't lift that C up. 1 and 2 and 3. And what that does, that's known in music as alternating bass. Dum, So it's what you hear in a band. Okay, so we need something again of the silvery moon. So that top note makes a chord of F major, look. And then here we're going to do the alternating bass. 1 and 2 and 1. Okay, now I'm holding on to that chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Notice how I just nudge my hand, look. 1 and 2 and 1. Okay, so that's how that little bar goes there. We're then going to go up to F sharp. That produces a little thing known as a diminished chord. And then don't forget that squeeze. Now, we're going to then do this on the left hand. Rest, B, B flat, F, rest, dum, bum, bum. And what that does, that complements, remember that going down bit that we played on the right hand? So this harmonises with that. And so again, look, we're going to hold the B down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And you come off staccato at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then the melody. Da, 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 dum. Now there's a rest under that first bit. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And that leads down to C. Now notice there, look, we're going to go 3, and 4, and 1. 3 and 4 and 1. So what is that, gang? That's a little scale pattern, isn't it? Yes. Do, 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 do. So you have to start that run on the third beat. So we're coming on the first beat. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and then down to the chord. Okay, so notice you can make those a bit shorter. Look, Humpty Dumpty one, long, short, long, short, long. But by using the third and the fourth beat, we fill in on that long G at the end. So let's look at those last two bars then. So we're walking down, 1, coming on the B and the G, 2, 3, 4, 1, and then 2 and 3 and 4, carry down, da, da, da. Then you land on the C chord, so C, E, A, 1, 2, C sharp diminished, little filling chord, diminished chords. So you're going to go C sharp, G, B flat, E. So remember those fourths on the right hand. So we're going to put those on here with the C, look. Then you lift up, maybe memorise these chords. And then a backwards. Now that thing there is an arpeggio. Do, 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 do. Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty. So you've got to come off really short on that G. And that little thing there is a G7 arpeggio. It's a G major chord with an extra note on the top. It's what they call a dominant seventh, very strong sound. Okay, do 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 do, and that brings us to the end of the first little phrase. So let's just slowly walk that through, hands together. Now, like all tunes, what I tend to say is a lot of times some songs work better if you break them apart, and I think this is one of those ones where if you spend a bit of time on the right hand, a bit of time on the left hand, and then when you feel comfortable, start to bring them together. But nice and steady. You might want to take a tempo of about 90 to 100 to start with as you practice speed. So here we go. Walk it through. 1, 2, 3. Do, 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 da. Holding that G up. Da, 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 da. Hold the chord. 1 and 2 and 1. Grab F sharp. Squeeze to B. Look. 1, 2, 3. And off position, 3 and 4 and C chord, and look, I've got my 2 fingers here, look, diminished C sharp chord, open my hand up, 1 and 2 and Humpty Dumpty. Okay, isn't that great? Really nice, I think. Beautiful little song. Let's just take it a little faster now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 1 and 2. Okay, so lovely patterns, lovely sound there, and what this piece is hopefully teaching you as an arrangement is that you don't have to have always lots of notes. Sometimes you get a nice sound from there, but sometimes just lovely to have 2 notes. Look, walking down, ba 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 ba, big chords, and then walk it down. Okay, now I've put on the next bit, so the second part. We've then got Honeymoon. Now, what then I've heard on a band arrangement, the background singer boys go, oh, what a lovely night it's been. Oh, what a lovely night it's been. It's like a bit of barbershop kind of thing. It's great fun. Right down here though, gang, aren't we? Low E. Now again, this is a filling in phrase. A honeymoon. If I was just going, it's okay, but it's a bit, needs something else. Now, we've got here on the left hand, look, a triplet. Now, what's a triplet? Okay, well, we've done this in music theory before. A triplet is where we take 3 notes, normally of the same kind, not always, but mostly the same kind. So it's 3 quavers, and what you do is you slice a little bit off each one, and you lose one of them, and so you're able to fit 3 into the time of only where 2 fit. And of course, 2 quavers in 4/4 equals 1 of the beats in the bar. So pineapple, that's a good word. So 1 pineapple, or sausages. Okay, pineapple. Okay, 1 and so 4 and 1 pineapple. Do 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 do. And what we're going to do is we're going to go 5, 4, 3, and then just curve your little finger or your 4th finger round to the G. Look, do 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 do, do 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 do, and that of course is chromatic half-step movement. Bum ba bum, do 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 do, up to E, down to F natural, D C. Okay, so 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, or you could go 4 and 1. Pineapple. Okay, silly. Okay, so that's that little fill-in bit. We land on the C, look, at the end. Okay, and then we're going to carry on with the melody. Ba 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 bum. Now you're noticing though that phrase on the second bit, little extra note, shining in June. It's actually the same melody, isn't it? Okay, so let's just play through that second section now. So we're going to go from bar 9 on your score. Don't forget, folks, you can get the sheet for this from Sheet Music Direct, sheetmusicplus.com, and if you look in the description of the video, you'll find the links there. If you go to the website, just search my name, Tom Horton, and you'll find this there as a piano arrangement. Okay, here we go. So 1, 2, 3. Bum, ba, bum, 2, 3, 4, 1. Keep her shining in June. So that's exactly the same, barring that one note. And then we're going to go up, look, we're going to go up to D, so 3rd finger. So 1, da, da, up to F, E, da, 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 E. That's quite easy, isn't it? So 1, da, 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 dum, bum, ba, ba, bum, Humpty Dumpty Dum, E. Now, the next line, look, we've got that E there. Here comes the counter melody. 1, hold E right down. So we're going to hold that on. We're going to go C, B, B flat, A. Okay. So back again to bar 12. 2, 3, 4, 1. D, 3 on D. Da, 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 E, C, D, F, E. Humpty Dumpty Dum. You can do that little phrase, da 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 da. That up and down is a bit of a signature of the song. Okay, do 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 E, and then we got a 3rd finger on C, thumb on B, 3 or probably 2, probably use 3, B flat, A. But got to hold that on. We'll be shining, we'll be cuddling soon, bum. So you can hear those singers doing that counter melody there. Finishing off, first time box. By the light of the moon, diddly diddly dum, da da da, and then you go round again. Okay, now if we go back to bar 10 on the score, as I said, we've talked about this triplet. So 1, da 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 dum, do 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 do. Finish on the second finger. E with G at the bottom, look. Da 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 da. So you're going to go 1, da 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 da. Grab your little F chord, and then the left hand is going to come in on the second beat here. So thumb on D, bar 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Get that little filling in because we've got long notes here, haven't we? Need something to fill in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So don't forget the little squiggle thing is a 1 beat rest, a quarter note or a crotchet rest as we call it. Okay, so that's very nice. So so let's go back to bar 9, and this is where we've got a no chord, and this is where the second half of the piece, if you like, starts. 1, 2, 3. Left hand. So you want to practice that as long as you finish on your second finger. Stay there, E and G and E, then thumb on D. Your silver. Now that's F minor. Now here we've got some nice little up and down chords through bars 13, 14 and 15. And all you've got to imagine is these are full chords, but we've just took some of the notes out because we don't need all of them. So we're going to go with F minor, which is F and A flat. That goes on that E. And then you drop to E and G with the E note. And then back up and back down. We'll be cuddling soon. Okay, and that finishes on B. Okay, so watch that again then. So 1, F minor, drop to C chord, back to F minor, back to C chord. Will be, thumb on middle C. Now in bar 16, you've got to hold the E down while striking a short B. 1, 1, but don't let go of that E, look. And then quickly put your thumb on A and join it with the C, and you walk them down, look, half steps at a time. So what's happening there is what we call a chromatic. Chromatic means this. It's where music moves in half steps or semitones, half tones. So we're going to play that little staccato, look. Done, and then grab your A and you see, just hold onto that E for D line, and they're walking down at one key adjacent each time. Now it might be a black note on one hand, it might be a white note on the other, so watch out for that. A and C, A flat and B, swap them round, G and B flat, swap them round, F sharp and A, and listen to that at speed, look. You can hear the guys singing that, can't you, in the backing group. And then we finish off with this little chord, G7, F, G, B, da, 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 bottom C, 1, and then this little do, 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 1, do, do, do. Now, if you notice there, folks, on that middle line on page 2, bars 16, 17, 18, it goes into a couple of bars at the end, which have got a big box over the top, and that says number 1. That's called the first time bar. The first time bars in this case. So these 2 bars, which go like this, then go back, you play the song again. So you only play those on the first time, then you go back to the repeat. Okay, so let me play the whole thing through. Up, hold and down, and there, F sharp and squeeze B, down, down, off position, 1 and, oh, extra note there, arpeggio, chromatic, do, 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 little chord goes to F, thumb on D, and off F minor, use those 2 if you want, You can put your thumb on the black note there. If you want to use those two, you'll get a better position. Look, 2 and 4. Slightly building the volume as we play through. Staccato B, hold the E, then walk down chromatic, and then F sharp, look, lands on F, build the G chord, G7. Into the bars with the box 1 over the top. Back we go to the start. Now obviously you don't play the first 2 notes at the very beginning because those are at the end of that first time box. Okay, so you just go back to, don't forget, repeat marks, 2 dots, they point against each other, back to G. One, 2, 3, and down. Where do we go now? If we go into the first bars again, the first time bars again, we're going to be in this never-ending loop, aren't we? So we have to now jump. This is the second time through. We jump bar 16, we play bar 16, and we go down to the bottom line, which has the box 2 over, and that's the second time you only play that. Fortunately, it finishes the same way. Dum, do, 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 by the light of the molto rit, it says there, molto rit. That means really slow down. It's actually the same all the way to the end, and then we've got a special scale at the end that we're going to talk about in a moment. Okay, so we're going to go bar 16, 1, 2, 3, go to 19. It's exactly the same. Da, 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 then slow down by the light of the... And then there's the eyebrow with the dot. That means pause, so you just let the music stop for a second. And that's the same. And then we're going to play this single C, and then we're going to do a scale. So don't forget, it's Humpty Dumpty, 1 and 2. Now that's a dotted swingy kind of style. So 1, and don't forget 1, 2, 1, 2, tucking your thumb onto F, just like a ski. It's a C scale, C major scale. But you want to get loud as you go to the top. 1 and 2 and da 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 dum, bum. Don't forget the rest at the end there. 1 and 2. Really hard, the last note. Accent, SFZ, svortzando. That means big, loud sound suddenly. Notice the other hand, look. 1. It's a contrary motion scale. Oh yes, you grade 1ers, you'll have done that. Okay, contrary motion, opposite direction. Now, underneath the middle C, look on the end of the first beat. The left-hand middle C is in brackets, is in parenthesis, because it's the same note. So what I tend to do is I try and play them together, and then it starts me off like a C major contrary motion scale. So, pardon me, let's just do the last line. Da 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 dum. And then thumbs on middle C, hit the C at the top, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, down. And you literally, just, at the end, you go down, not finish like that. So once again, da 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 dum, and 1 and 2 and 3, Humpty Dumpty, Humpty Dumpty, Humpty Dumpty, 1 and 2. And there we go. Isn't that lovely? By the Light of the Silvery Moon. A lovely old song from the turn of the very last century, 1909. Very made famous by Doris Day in the film of the same name. Beautiful film, 1950s. Check it out. It's probably on Netflix or Amazon or other streaming services that you might be subscribed to. But if you'd like to learn that arrangement in full, folks, this lesson has been free of charge. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, treat yourself to a copy of that. At one of my sheet music partners, Sheet Music Plus or sheetmusicdirect.com, and the links are in the description. Thanks for watching, gang, and I'll see you next time for another music lesson and another arrangement, hopefully on the piano. So we'll see you soon. Take care. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.